Scott, thank you for joining us. We're back at it this weekend as we return to the Broadfield Stadium. What are your thoughts heading into that game?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, we want to try and win our first home game, so that's important. And um, I think that we are in a good place at the moment. So we want to try and achieve that Saturday. We're playing against a team that have not picked um, many wins up like ourselves. Obviously, won at the weekend. But having said that, and when I've watched them, they're a real handful, especially at the top of the pitch. You know, they've got some real capable players: Lee Angol, George Miller, Isaac Hutchinson, who are real capable players at this level of football, and they ask a lot of questions of you. So we're going to have to be at our best, which I'm hoping we will be. And I think if we are, then I'm confident that we will get what we want from the game. But yeah, it's not an easy game, that's for sure. They never are when you play Michael Flynn's teams. They're always kind of tough games. He has his players at it. They work hard for him. They land on second balls. They smooth the action out. They're all right. You know, the league position probably is false for them, as we feel it is for us.
Yeah, we spoke about how the mood in camp has been great throughout the season, despite the results. It must have gone from sort of strength to strength after the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's amazing what a win does. You know, even though the performances have been okay, you know, in general, I think the actual getting the points on the board is the most important thing for probably a lot of people, fans, you know, owners, staff, players. You know, I think it's important that we tick them off. So getting a win, you know, gives a lot of confidence, and the training ground has a real kind of good feel about it. The training today was outrageous in a good way. So yeah, I think that it does wonders for everybody.
Yeah, and obviously we spoke about how important getting that first win is, just sort of getting that sort of monkey off of your shoulder, and it can really sort of kickstart the season almost, can't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I think we always talk about performances, or I do, and you know, the result is usually the byproduct of how you perform. I've said that a million times, and I still kind of stand by that. And I've been actually quite happy with the way we've performed, um, and probably deserved a lot more than we've got, but we haven't. And we have to continue to try and play the way we want to look. We coach the team in detail about how we want to approach each game, which we've done this week, and I just want to see the team look like a Crawley team. You know, I think we've got a clear identity. I think most managers we come up against, when they do their press, they usually comment on us being very possession dominant and very dangerous in certain moments of the game, and that's what we want to be. Um, and yeah, I think that we're probably been. I think you could say we've been unlucky, but maybe not, because I think we should have put the ball in the net better than we have done. And I think we've missed some gilt-edged chances that, you know, potentially we should have scored, and probably if we had, we would have come away with more points than what we've got at the moment.
Yeah, we spoke after the game on Saturday about how we lost Louis Watson and Danny Cashman before the game. What we also didn't mention is that halfway through that game, we lost Adi Adeyemo, who played a crucial part in the goal and got absolutely cleaned out and sort of wiped out the game. So, is there any update on those three in particular?
Yeah, Addy's going to be okay. It was actually a really bad foul. I've seen them. I've seen them fouls, and I've seen players get sent off for for tackles like that. He didn't even get booked. Um, and yeah, he's fine. Cashman and Watson probably won't be available for the weekend. Still probably a number of days away yet, but Addy will be okay.
Yeah, in terms of people that are going to be here and aren't going to be here. Obviously, Kahim, he's travelling back from Jamaica at the moment, which is, as we know, some journey, and obviously we'll be without Lofty as well. So that's potentially, I suppose, a straight swap if he comes back. But we're not going to know really until it's almost too close.
No, there's no way he can start the game.
Mm.
There's no chance, because he's travelling. He's travelling on the Friday and gets back. I think he gets back, lands Friday morning at Heathrow, and he'd have been travelling all night. So we could potentially put him in the squad, but there's no way we can start the player based on the fact that he's travelled, the distance that he's travelled, and probably not got any sleep as well. And then me being me, I have to prepare the team. So he's not going to be available for training on the Friday, and then I can't prepare the team. So there's no chance that he can start the game, but he can certainly be a potential to be in the squad.
Yeah, and obviously we spoke a little bit after the game about losing Lofty. You've done some work with referees actually this week away from the pitch. I mean, you had a meeting with a couple of them on yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I had a meeting with Andy Durso and Paul Taylor, who are brilliant, I've got to say, and fair play to them. They come down to meet me. I asked if I could have a meeting with them, and they were excellent. And we went through a lot of clips, and we had a real understanding. It was a good meeting, actually. And I feel sorry for them, because I think that the referee's situation is not in a good place. And we were kind of talking and thrashing it out about how it could be better. And I don't think that it can be, other than somebody somewhere putting money into it. It's madness to think that we're full-time footballers. My players, it's their job. They're full-time, yet the referees are part-time. And it just seems madness that we have part-time referees refereeing a professional full-time sport. And even if you did the maths, and you got, say, 80 referees on, I don't know, 50 grand a year, for argument's sake. If you do the maths, I think that's around £4 million. £4 million a drop in the ocean. When you look at the money, what's in the Premier League. And I just think that the game's in a real state when we're having a situation where we've got part-time referees still refereeing, full-time professional games. And I think that for £4 million, someone somewhere, or the Premier League or something, should be done, in my opinion, and it's not. And it's not fair. It's not fair on the players. It's not fair on the fans, and I don't think it's fair on the actual referees themselves either.
There was a great picture of you on Saturday after the game with your head in the crowd after celebrating that. First time, obviously, you've got to do that this year.
I love doing that.
How much are you hoping you get to do that on Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
At home?
As much as I can. I absolutely love embracing with the fans. The fans were brilliant on Saturday. There was some real funny shouts from behind the dugout.
Right.
I'm obviously focusing on the game and concentrating on the game, but every now and then you hear something, then you sort of like laugh at kind of like some comments that are made and that. And they were great Saturday. No, I embrace the fans. I absolutely love celebrating with the fans when we win, especially. There's nothing better. And you hear people and managers and coaches talk about never get too high, never get too low. Absolutely rubbish. Get as high as you can when you win, and be as low as you want when you lose. And and that's kind of how I was and how I have been and how I am. I'll never change how I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I love winning. I love winning, and I love celebrating winning as well.
Yeah, and on Saturday, obviously, it's an early kickoff on the cameras. You said after Saturday's game, you love playing on the telly. Did you find the atmosphere slightly different in the ground when it's an early kickoff with the cameras, or is it the same?
I don't really focus on that. I think that I probably like playing or managing games on telly because we've always done well. I think that's probably why I said that, made that comment, because we've always performed and played well and won. So that's probably why I want to do that. But like in terms of the timings, there's no real difference for me. We just have to turn up earlier. That's pretty much it, and crack on. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah, is there anyone else? Oh, I know we mentioned a couple of players. Anyone else missing any more squad update?
No, I think apart from the ones that we mentioned earlier, I think we're pretty much where we was. Obviously, Lofty misses out through suspension, which was a ridiculous decision, in my opinion. But
did you get an explanation? You said you were going to speak to the referee after that.
Yeah, I did. I went in and spoke to the referee. He was under the opinion that there was an elbow thrown. And you watch the footage back. There's no elbow thrown. So, but the problem is that it was 2 yellow cards, so you can't appeal. You can only appeal if it's a red card. So, in my opinion, both his yellow cards were really soft. And we're missing a player now because of it.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? We get a lot of press releases during the week from different betting companies, and they're saying, "Oh, here's the score predictions for the weekend, etc." I had one particular press release which made me laugh out loud this week. The most under pressure managers in League Two, and apparently you are the most under pressure manager in League Two.
Really?
Yes. Do you feel under pressure?
Yeah.
You do.
From myself, yeah.
Yeah.
From myself, I always feel pressure from myself because I want to win. I want to be the top of the league. I want to outplay every team we come across. I want to be the best that we possibly can be every week. So yeah, I definitely feel under pressure from myself.
Yeah. But with your chats with the owners and all that, you're all fine. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing in that whatsoever. Me and Raf get on so well. You know, we've got a great relationship, and he's really happy at the moment with the progression that the team are making, and so am I. And Raf's coming to the game Saturday, and I look forward to seeing him. He's been away on business, so yeah, we've got a great relationship with it. There's no pressure from the owners, if that's what the question is, because there isn't. Like I say, there's pressure from myself because I'm desperate to do so well and win doing well. You know, win playing well, and that's the only pressure I feel.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.